You know, me and him have been friends for 16 years.
I know you had a song like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
too,
we've
right?
been like besties for a long time.
People always say that. But
No, this is real. Like no cross the line.
besties, like you always kept in touch and you always talked.
We would keep in touch. He would come see me when I had my plays. When I had my baby shower, he would come. Like we were really friends.
See, that's my girl, my friend, my family.
Do you have?
That's my love, my soldier, my life. She my everything, and I trust.
Because you bought her a Bentley truck.
Yes.
So the implication is that's your girlfriend.
She my life. I love her to death.
Toni Braxton's marriage to Birdman is shaping up to be one of the juiciest, messiest stories in entertainment right now. And when I say messy, I mean messy. Toni secretly married Birdman in August 2024, and then, just 2 weeks later, tried to have the marriage annulled. Think about that timeline. 2 weeks. Most couples are still enjoying their honeymoon, and Toni was already trying to legally erase the entire thing. But the drama doesn't stop there. Enter Kimora Lee Simmons, the fashion mogul who, according to reports, has been in a decade-long relationship with Birdman, one that never officially ended. And here's the kicker. Tamar Braxton caught them together and exposed the whole situation. According to Tamar, Kimora didn't even flinch when confronted. No embarrassment, no apology, just acted like being caught in the middle of a scandal was completely normal.
Toni. I think everybody was shocked when we found out that these two actually got married. I know, like, there's a lot of things we will do in order to pay our bills, but I never thought the relationship between Toni and Birdman was genuine. I just knew that he was just willing to go broke behind her. It just never fit. And so apparently in August of last year in 2024, they had a secret wedding. Finally got married in secret, even though everything else was public. And then she went and tried to annul the marriage 2 weeks later because she realized she had.
Meanwhile, Tamar stood frozen, shocked. Watching her sister's husband with another woman, one who clearly felt entitled to be there, was a moment dripping with audacity. Kimora wasn't sneaking around. She wasn't hiding. She was simply existing in Birdman's life as if she had every right to be there. And apparently, in her mind, she does. But let's rewind, because this whole situation has smelled suspicious from the very beginning. For years, Toni insisted that she and Birdman were just friends. Best friends, nothing romantic. Yet now, the truth is spilling out in a way no one saw coming.
I don't know, 2016, November, when I was on tour, October, I was really sick. I don't mean kind of sick. I mean like really,
From
really
lupus?
sick. Yeah, I had a really bad flare, and I was on tour. And every day I was on tour, he was there with me. If he left out, he would come back.
And this was before anybody knew you guys.
We weren't anything. It was buddies. It was nothing. Not even a day. He was my friend. He was there. I don't know if
he already loved you.
He's there every day taking care of you. But you know, he really was there every day. My buddy, my friend T. You all right? You good? I'm cheering good. You know, he was just there as my friend. Like cheering. I'm cheering good. Big Mama good. He was there every day for the shows. And on my off days, he would go and take care of his business, but he would follow me on the bus and just make sure I was okay. And I don't know if you've ever been really, really sick in your life and you feel kind of hopeless and you got somebody who's a friend that's there. That's kind of, it just made me see him.
Even when they were photographed together, looking every bit like a couple, Toni insisted there was nothing romantic going on. She spoke about their 16-year friendship, how he had always supported her, how they were just close, platonic friends. She emphasized over and over that they kept in touch through the years, that he attended important events in her life, that their bond was genuine and entirely non-romantic. Her insistence was almost defensive, like she needed the world to believe they were just friends, even though all the evidence suggested otherwise. Looking back, that defensive stance starts to make sense. Maybe she was embarrassed. Maybe she knew the optics weren't great. Or maybe she understood that people would question why a woman of her stature was involved with someone like Birdman.
Whoa, she's a bird. Continue the story. Go ahead.
Now, Flex, you know you can't say that.
What's her name? What's her name?
Miss Kimora Lee Simmons.
The wrestler's your wife, right?
Back to the fab one, but back to the fab ladies.
And the baby was beating that. Go ahead.
Birdman played the same game. Whenever anyone questioned their relationship at public events, he would deflect, acting like people were making something out of nothing. He claimed they were just hanging out. When interviewers pressed him about being seen with Tony at high-profile events, he downplayed it, insisting it wasn't an announcement of anything and questioning why people were making such a big deal. His entire demeanor suggested annoyance, as if their relationship status was nobody's business. Both of them went out of their way to present this as purely friendship, even though nobody was buying it.
Awards last night.
Yeah, I was out there
Working.
doing my thizzle.
And you were with Tony, which kind of felt like some sort of announcement.
I wouldn't look at it as an announcement. Not for me, on my behalf. You know, I just wanted to come. Me and T just went to the wars, check it out. So, what's the big deal?
It is a big deal. You know why it's a big deal? Because it's Birdman and Tony Braxton. And also because we don't see you like in a relationship. We talked about this last time when you
I've always been off the radar because I think me personally, I always felt your personal life don't have nothing to do with conflict with you.
The denials were so consistent, so forceful, that they only fueled suspicion. If they were truly just friends, why act so defensive? Why meet every question about their relationship with irritation and deflection? Then, in 2016, a blind item surfaced that shifted the narrative entirely. It described an aging singer from a famous musical family who allegedly dumped her long-term boyfriend because of massive debt. Instead of choosing love, she reportedly went with whoever could provide the most financial security. And the winner? Someone with dangerous connections and enemies, someone seemingly living on borrowed time, constantly pursued by those gunning for him.
No date. We almost had a date. Well, we had 2 dates, but we were doing Braxton Family Values and we were going through a little drama. And I was like, okay, the wedding is a good thing to get all of us sisters together. Yeah. And I couldn't get us all together. And I said, the wedding's not a good reason because it's messing up my relationship a little bit. He's like, come on, Michelle, set a date. I know.
That's what he calls you?
He calls me Michelle. Doesn't call me Tony at all. That's my middle name, Tony Michelle.
Tony Braxton's marriage to Birdman is one of the messiest sagas in entertainment right now, and the story behind it is as shocking as it is heartbreaking. Even when Tony and Birdman were photographed together, she insisted they were just friends. She spoke about their 16-year bond, how he supported her, how they kept in touch over the years, attending important events, sharing a genuine platonic connection. Yet her insistence was defensive, almost desperate, as if she needed the world to believe it. Looking back, that defensiveness makes sense. Maybe she was embarrassed. Maybe she knew the optics weren't great. Or maybe she knew people would question why a woman of her stature was involved with someone like Birdman. Birdman played the same game. Whenever anyone questioned them at public events, he deflected, minimized, and acted annoyed, as if their relationship status was nobody's business. Both of them worked overtime to present a narrative of friendship, even though nobody was buying it. The denials were so consistent that suspicion only grew. If they were just friends, why such irritation at every question? Then, in 2016, a blind item surfaced. It described an aging singer from a famous musical family who allegedly dumped a long-term boyfriend because of debt and chose someone who offered financial security instead, a man with dangerous connections and enemies, living on borrowed time. That blind item fits Tony perfectly. She had filed for bankruptcy twice, the second in 2010 after canceling Las Vegas shows due to a lupus flare. Financial pressure was crushing, family depending on her, mounting debts, medical bills, and the stress of maintaining a career while battling a chronic illness. According to the blind item, she made a calculated choice disguised as a relationship. Survival became the priority, and love became a luxury she couldn't afford. Tony later spoke about how Birdman supported her during a severe lupus flare in 2016, checking on her daily, following her tour bus, showing up even during his own business obligations. That consistent presence transformed friendship into something more. But was it love or gratitude mixed with financial need? The line is blurry when someone shows up for you during illness while also solving your financial problems. Eventually, they stopped denying the relationship. Birdman proposed with a massive, $1 million ring visible from across the room, publicly declaring Tony as his everything, his girl, friend, family, soldier, and life. Tony shared her excitement about planning a big wedding, wanting her sisters and family present. But the wedding kept being delayed. Dates changed, then postponed, seemingly due to family drama during Braxton family values. Looking back, the delays make sense. If Birdman was still involved with Kimora Lee Simmons the entire time, he had no intention of fully committing to Tony. The engagement kept her committed while he maintained his ongoing relationship. The situation grew stranger when Tony announced she lost the $1 million ring in transit. Who keeps a ring of that value in checked luggage? The timing and vagueness raised questions. Shortly after, Tony and Birdman announced a separation. She posted a red dress photo with a caption about starting new chapters and choosing to be chosen. The message was clear: she felt unchosen. Yet, the story didn't end there. Tony and Birdman reconciled and reportedly married secretly in August 2024. No big wedding, no family gathering, just a quiet ceremony hidden from public view. The secrecy suggests shame, an awareness that people would question the decision. Tamar Braxton, who claims to have introduced Tony and Birdman in the first place, says Kimora has been Birdman's true relationship all along. Tamar asserts that Birdman and Kimora dated secretly for over a decade, overlapping with several of Kimora's marriages and relationships, during which Birdman allegedly funded her lifestyle and remained emotionally invested. Even after Tony entered the picture, Kimora allegedly remained not an ex, but an ongoing presence. Birdman reportedly calls Kimora the love of his life, while referring to Tony as his soldier. The language says it all. Soldiers serve a purpose. They are loyal, obedient, useful. But you don't marry the love of your life and call her your soldier. Tony is the legal wife. Kimora is the woman he truly loves. Kimora keeps the relationship private to maintain her curated image as a fashion mogul, benefiting from Birdman's support without public scrutiny. The disrespect peaked on their wedding day. Birdman arrived late, left early, claiming he needed to attend to Kimora. Imagine your groom prioritizing another woman over his own wedding. Tony filed for divorce 2 days later. 2 days. That's how fast reality hit. Yet, she has reconciled and remains in the marriage, fully aware of Kimora's ongoing presence. Money, security, and stability appear to have outweighed emotional fulfillment. After 2 bankruptcies, chronic illness, canceled tours, and years of financial pressure, Tony has seemingly chosen survival over passion. For now, Tony is Mrs. Birdman on paper, while Kimora is the love of his life in reality. And all 3 apparently accept this arrangement for now. History shows these situations rarely end well. Someone always gets hurt. Someone always reaches their breaking point. Someone always decides that dignity matters more than dollars.